Hey guys, Bryce His here, and if you're having FPS drops, stutters, or just low FPS in general in the finals, I'm going to show you how I have fixed it myself. I was at 40 FPS and now I'm able to stream at 100 FPS constantly. The first thing you're going to want to do is go down to your Windows search bar here, or just press your Windows key and type in game mode settings. Once you get here, you're going to want to make sure that game mode is selected to be on. After that, you can just go to the right here, press graphics settings, make sure that hardware accelerated GPU scheduling is selected to on as well. Then you're going to want to add the finals into the browse here and set it to high performance. This is a little bit tricky to get to, so I'll walk you through it real fast. You're going to want to go to your local disk, then your program files. Once you're in program files, you're going to want to click Steam. Scroll down until you find Steam Apps, Common. Then you're going to go down to the finals. Don't put this one in. This isn't the actual application that starts the game. You're going to want to go up to Discovery, Binaries, Win64, and then this Discovery, the one that's 100,000. You're going to want to actually select that one. Press Add. I've already done that, so I'm not going to press it again. It's going to pop up here. You're going to want to click on it and press Options, and make sure that high performance is selected. A lot of the times power savings will be on, and for a game like the finals that hasn't really been optimized completely yet, it's not going to help you if it isn't on high performance here. The third thing that you're going to want to do now is you're going to want to close out of that and go down to the search bar again, type in system configuration. Once you load that up, you're going to want to go over to boot. You're going to want to click on Advanced Options and make sure that your processors is set to your max amount of processors. I only have 4 inside of mine, but make sure that's set to the absolute max. So you're going to want to click number of processors, scroll down, press 4 or whatever yours would be, press OK, apply, and then it might make you reset here, but it might not. I'm not completely sure. But if the fourth step is going to be inside of your Nvidia control panel. So you're going to want to search that again to your search panel. Wait for that to load up and go to Manage 3D Settings. It's the second on the list. After you're here, you're going to want to just copy the exact settings I have, as they're going to be the best settings for any low-end PC. Anything that is having trouble running the finals, this is going to be your best options. And for the fifth step here, we're going to be going into Advanced System Settings. Again, down to the search panel, type Advanced System Settings, which is going to be inside of your control panel. After you're here, you're going to want to find Performance. That's going to be at the Advanced tab. Press Settings and Visual Effects. This is going to be something that you can or you don't have to put on if your computer's a little bit better than what mine is. But for me, I always keep this on just to keep everything low, and whatever needs to be on my computer doesn't have to be there. So you put your customs on, and all of these don't need to be on. This is just extra stuff that Windows has put on for animations. So I just have show thumbnails instead of icons and smooth edges of screen fonts. That's the only two that I find that you actually need. After that, you're going to go up here, press Advanced, and make sure that your processor scheduling is set for programs. You don't want background services, obviously. Once you have that selected, the next thing we're going to go is we're going to go down to the search app again and look up background apps. You're going to want to make sure to turn off your background apps. If you don't want to turn them off, you can select and pick which ones you want on, but I just have them completely off because there's no reason to be having especially half of these running in the background. Okay, now that we're on the finals, you're going to want to have to go to your settings here and switch all the way over to video, obviously. Now, I have my resolution set to 1440 by 1080, and that's because I usually play a lot of CSGO and I like the stretch screen. You don't have to do that. You can go to your native screen resolution, but this does and will help with your FPS if you are still struggling. You're going to want to turn your window mode into full screen. In every game and any game available, VSync should always be disabled. Now, Nvidia Reflex Low Latency, I've played around with that a few times. You don't want to have it off if you're on a low-end computer, but you don't want to have it on plus boost, as that will take too much of your GPU power, and you need that for the finals. So I kind of stay on the balance of putting it just on. Your resolution scaling, now, if you have DLSS optional for that, or available, I would probably pick that, but then you won't be coming to this video if you have that. But if you don't, like I do, and I'm running an Intel computer, or Intel processor and a Nvidia graphics card, you're going to want to put on TAAU. The other two will make it a little bit blurry is what I've seen, and it just doesn't give you the best FPS draw. So I keep this on and keep your resolution scale up at 100, or else the game will look gross. Your field of view, now this can be changed. You can lower it down, and as you can see, the FPS does increase. But then you have nothing inside of your screen. I like to keep it at 100, and I'm still running 100 frames on average. Motions, blur, and lens distortion should just be disabled at all times. Ray tracing, I don't even have an option for, but it should be set to static if you do have that option. If you don't, if you keep it off, it's a new thing that Nvidia has where you really just don't need it on. Quality, I have low. I have it all set to low. Now you can play and tweak with that, but in my eyes, the game just doesn't really look much different. The two that you would want a little bit higher, if you do, would be textures and view distance. But again, if you're looking for the best FPS out of the game, you're going to want to keep everything on low and just kind of copycat these settings. And I think that's going to be pretty much it for the video, guys. If you are still having issues, leave a comment down below. I have a few other tips that I've left out of this video just because I didn't want this to turn into a 20-minute video or anything like that. But I would be more than willing to answer questions or anything that you guys need done in the comment section below. And yeah, thanks for watching the video, guys. You guys have a great day.